Hey FlossTube, it's Kerry and Stitches. It's Friday the 27th of August and this is FlossTube 103. Hello and welcome. A special welcome if you're a new viewer here. It's lovely to have you here. Please stick around, hit the subscribe button and enjoy my videos. I was trying to be some witty kind of, enjoy my videos. Welcome back if you're a returning viewer. Always good to have you here, and I'm especially thankful for all of you who come back week after week after week and leave me lovely comments and send me messages, and especially those of you who commented on my Instagram post after I kind of had a bit of a meltdown and was feeling really kind of discouraged by everything FlossTubey. So big thank you to all of you. It really did mean an awful lot to me, and a big thank you to Becca for her kind of repost and shout out and things. So if you're new here because Becca sent you, I did interview with Becca of Sunbury Stitches. I did interview with her last year and I'll link that below if you want to check that out and find out a bit more about me. And or anybody who's new here and didn't realise that had happened last summer and fancies checking it out. I can't believe that was a year ago. It's crazy now. Anyway, just thank you all for being here. It really means a lot, and I really enjoyed making FlossTubes. So yay! What's happened? So what's happened over the last couple of weeks? Not a lot. Working. I'm actually on annual leave for 2 weeks now, which is lovely. You know when you just get to the point, I need to, and I hit that point last week where, sorry, FlossTube itchy nose, I haven't had my allergy meds today, where I'd hit that point where I was like, yeah, I need some leave now. So I'm on leave. Kids got another 2 weeks of school, so that's lovely. 2 weeks of school, week of school, week and a half of school, whatever it is. So that's really good news. It's just kind of just have some family chill time, which is what we need. I've been stitching up a storm. My stitchy bug is now back in full force, and I'm really pleased to have him back with me. So so I've just been spending a lot of time stitching, hanging out with Lottie. We've kind of just been doing baking, or she just bakes, I clean up the mess. We've been to town. We went to the Titanic exhibition and caught up with friends for lunch. Yeah, just fun things, and yeah, gonna catch up with some relatives soon, and trip to the coast and stuff. So just nice things coming up as well. We're really excited about. What have I been stitching on? Well, my stitchy bug's kind of been like, ooh, you could stitch on that. So things that I wasn't expecting to see in my rotation popped into them. So it's really good. Kind of mixed it up, and makes you fall back in love with projects again. So something that hadn't been on my radar was the cross stitch calendars. I almost forgotten about them. So I managed to get them to a few challenges and really enjoy. I've been really enjoying stitching on them. So this is the Cross Stitcher 2021 calendar by Sharon McKinnon of Tiny Modernist. A lovely cute little tiny, oh there we go, there's the card. So they came in Cross Stitch magazine at the end of the year. Does it say what issue? Nope, it doesn't. So, and as you can see, each of them you can't actually physically use it as a calendar because they do actually have the dates down. I don't. I've just been using them as the charts because they're lovely. So I have been stitching on. Oh, I've put it away. So I've just finished September. That's on. These are all on scraps of various linens and even weaves. Mostly even weaves, I think, actually. So that's September. I don't actually think that's in focus, or whether it's my eyes. Sorry if it's not in focus. And I've been working on shoved in the smallest bag, which you cannot see. There it is. So made a start on June. I think I already had a little bit of the house or something in the mountains done. So I just need to backstitch that now and put the words in. Then June will be done. And I also, because you know me, I'm challenge stitching, made a start on, can't think of the month, August. And that's what August will look like. So I plan to start July this week and probably October too. And then I'll just stitch in the Corfu DMC, as I said, on various scraps of various even weaves. Mostly white, off-white, got a blue and I've got a green in there. So I put these back in there as well, so when I go to do the whip, I can find it. Okay, so there's those. They were a bit of a surprise. I hadn't thought about stitching those, so I'm going to carry on with those while I'm enjoying them. I need to put that back in as well. Another thing that kind of, I had the email for the Quaker Zoom from Michelle, and it was actually in the right time for me, because sometimes they are very late at night and I just don't feel like it, especially with Monkey Wrench. So I am stitching, so I joined the Quaker Zoom and stitched on Monkey Wrench by Ink Circles, and I'm doing mine in a Silks For You conversion of similar colours, but they're just a little bit brighter. So there we go, this is on 40 Count Fairy Forest by Crafty Kitten, and last time you saw it, well, since you last saw it, I've stitched in that and all of that, and a little do that up there. So really enjoying I really enjoy stitching on it, but that's about 600-ish stitches, and that is about my tolerance level before I'm like, yeah, this is hard work, because it is really hard on that fabric because it's quite shrunk quite a bit. Come on down, like, you're all right. Cardinal Points came out this week. Cardinal Points by Long Dog Samplers and Gentle Arts. Mine is stitched on a 36 count ivory linen by Zweigart with the Corfu Gentle Arts. And I have seen some fantastic DMC conversions, so if overdyes are not in your budget, but you love this one, I've seen some fantastic conversions. So that's where we're at with it at the moment. There's a tiny bit on the other page, so never mind, it's heavy. There we go. So that's where we're at, and that is pages 1 and 4 finished. So 1 at the top and 4 at the bottom, and I've made a really good start on page 2 here. So since you last saw it, I have put in this flower, the dog, the words, I think I had the words, and this funky urn here, which I really like. And then I think these 2 flowers and that bit there, I think I might have had the urn in, but that bit there. I know I haven't done my name yet, but I haven't, let's bring that back and see all of it, but I haven't charted it yet, so I just actually need to crack on with that. Change the colour of the dog to be, I'm going to put in our family dogs. So there'll be 2 black and white ones for the collies we have, Bess and Star. Another black one for the spaniel my mum has now, Samuel, he's crazy. A white and black one for the other spaniel we had, Samuel, for Roly Poly, because he just used to roll over. He was loved now. And also a Jade, who was our Heinz 57, because nobody knew what she was, because she was a rescue. She was the most wonderful dog, and she was brown and black and a little bit of everything, kind of brindle colours but not brindle, but she was beautiful, beautiful dog. So so she's going in, she's actually replacing a crown. I think she's literally going to stand on the cardinal's head, but it's fine with me, it's going to be mine. My Christine bag. Christine gave me the chart, Sharon gave me the fabric, I bought the bits, and needle minder and project bag too was Christine. So Blackwork Lady's been out. I'm still hoping for a finish on her by the end of the year, she is, the actual chart is Christmas Angel by Lesley Teare, but I'm ditching the wings and the border because I can. And I've also changed the colour because, once again, because I can. And I'm stitching mine in blue. Blue and black on 32 count Burns Night by Jodyri. I think it's Burns Night. It was a limited edition one, and that's where she is at the moment. So since you last saw her, let's just do that because it's easier. I've backstitched all of this outline here and started the never-ending block there. So that was hard work. Metallics on opal fat is a challenge, I think. So, but we persevere because I love her and she's beautiful and she's my always hope, and she will be done this year. And there's the wrap with the beads that I have to do. Another one that I'm glad I pulled out because I've loved stitching on it. I've loved it, and I've done this for my Daily 30 piece for Daily 30 group, where I stitch on it for 30 minutes a day. And I know a lot of people do a similar thing without it actually being in the group, but this is for the group. So here we go. Purple Vinca by the Sweetheart Tree. This was gifted to me by Dawn a long time ago, and I started it, and then because I needed something purple, and then it sat in my bag. It's got beads and specialty stitches, but it is only actually in DMC threads, which are there. Just 4 colours of DMC, 5 colours of DMC thread. Although there are 6 floss drops because I had strands from when I was doing this stitch here, which I'm gonna have to look up because I can't remember its name. So last time we saw it, I was still stitching this outside green border. So that's finished, and then I started on this bit, so that all of that's been done. Get a close up for you, there you go, which is super pretty. It took some doing, but it's really, really pretty. Lots of fractionals and not stitching on the cross line. I don't know what you would call it, but kind of offsetting it. But so yeah, and then we have this beautiful bit of Scotch stitching. Well, I mean, I don't know, it's beautiful, but I love the way it is. So Scotch stitch, and that's what kind of made me want to keep stitching on it, because I've kind of got to here and still had I don't know, 15 minutes or something to do. So I did a few of these and I was like, oh, I love these stitches, I must do more. So I did all of them, and then was just sat zooming with Heather and Sharon yesterday afternoon, and I kind of did the rest of these little inside borders, and then started on the corner 4 trip stitch. Yes. Yeah, in my head I keep calling it a ray stitch because it kind of reminds me of a sun ray kind of thing, but it isn't that, and I think there is something called a ray stitch which is probably completely different, but there we go. So Purple Vinca, she is on 28 count cashel linen, which was the kit thing. I have got beads to put in this border, but I'm going to leave all my beading until the end. I love beading, beading's fun. So she has 4 different sorts of beads. So she has cream lilac and green petite seed beads, and then she has 3mm kind of amethyst colour ones that go around the centre, near the centre. So love her, she's fantastic. Which makes me, I've got another Sweetheart Tree upstairs, which kind of now want to, which is a single colour one, which I'm thinking I might have to get that out now. Now that I've done one, even though it's not hard. It kind of chatelaine-esque, I guess, where the best way to stitch it is to follow the instructions, because it will tell you, no, row 1, stitch this border, row 2, stitch this border, 3, so I'm on the ray stitch forms number 8. Actually, I think this is number 9, these bits here, these 4. So I think the beads are included in those things, but I can go back and do the beads, it's okay. Or just follow the diagram. Anyway, so that's that. I'm really enjoying stitching it, so I'm hoping to put it 1 week in a month to it. Next up, and I haven't brought the cover in for it because it's on my clipboard, it's Jingle Jolly Joy by Misty of Luminous Fiber Arts. This was her Christmas in July mystery stitch along. So since you last saw it, white floss has attached itself. I finished Santa. Actually, I finished him yesterday, I think, or the day before. I got to start on the let's move my needle out of the way. Start on the snowman. So there we go. So basically, big snowman with a long scarf with a cardinal sat on it, and it says Joy at the bottom where my finger is. So that's basically it. It's pretty much that size because the border just sort of, there's the edge of the border, so that is the size of it. So I'm enjoying stitching on this. Falls into lots of challenges at the moment. You'd think writing the challenges for Daily 30, I'd be like, yeah, I'll get all my whips into it. No, never crosses my mind. Might do as I start writing it, I might think, ooh, stitch on a whip with purple floss. I know what I'll use. But no, doesn't. So I'm stitching this in the called for colours, which are classic colour works and DMC. And that's my whips. A lot of whips. Plans. Jingle Jolly Joy, calendars, and I'm going to do a bit more work on my flippets because this getting so close to a finish now, I kind of want to do it. Which also leads into the next bit. So that's where I'm at on this one, and I just need to finish off the. So I'll just show you what. You can see what I need to finish. So, and this is in a completely made up. What's the word? Conversion. I just kind of went, that's close to the picture. That's close to the picture. That's not very close to the picture, but I like it, and that's how it rolls. So I've had a bit of a mad kitting up spree because I'm having a bit of startitis for September with Sharon. That's not its official title, but you know. She's like, I'm going to start this, and I'm like, oh yeah, I've got that, I'll start it with you. And I'm like, I'm going to start this. She's like, oh yes, I'll start that with you. And that's kind of basically how it went. I've got 6 projects, she's got 8, and we're doing 4 of the same. So, but this, so because November's nearly done, I thought I'd start kitting up the flip it. So that's December. There's my colours, mostly Jodyri Designs and a couple of hand-dyed by Rolanda, on some Star Sapphire as well. So that's the last one to do, and that was my only whip from 2019 finished. So if I get Black Lady finished this year and finish those, going forward into 2022, my oldest whip will be Purple Vinca. No, it won't. My oldest whip will be Monkey Wrench, which was Leap Day on 2020. So that's pretty good going. As is Cardinal Points, same birthday for those two. Yeah, so I went and did a bit of kitting up. We have got lovely Karen sent me this, and I've pulled some Belly Bonds, Ada from Sparklers, and a couple of colours. I didn't have any of the call for, but I decided that I was just going to pull some similar ones. I have got Queen Bee coming for another project, so I'm going to use that, and I need to pull something onyxy like Birds with Feather. I haven't pulled anything because I think sort of 3/4 of the colours need like 1 strand from, and I can just pull this out of Cardinal Points, it's fine. And I'm just going to do the pale yellow in the DMC because the called for I had, and it was nothing like that, and I like the paleness of it. And I think I might have ordered, oh I don't know, I can't remember what I've done. Anyway, so that's that, and I'm doing it on Slightly Nutty from Sparklers, 36 count. And then we've got Jodyri, this one I'm doing with Sharon. And I've pulled out some of the called for DMC, that is 36 count parchment from Sparklers. And I've pulled out some of the called for, and I'm going to pull, I've ordered a couple, and I'm going to just convert to stuff from my stash for the rest. Grace for Flower, this is another one with Sharon. This is, I'm stitching this on another piece of Sparklers, but this is a 32 count Murano, so it's a slightly different colour. You can see there's not a lot in it, but there's a slight difference. And I had 3 of the call for, I think, or did I just make those up myself? Possibly did, I don't remember. And I said the Queen Bee that's coming, so I don't remember. What did I pick? I have colours coming. I have like 1 for this project and 2 for that project and things. So because if there was a colour I really liked in it, I kind of went, yeah, I'm gonna I'll order it. I've got some books I needed the rest for Huck Farm. Otherwise I've pulled from stash. I haven't got a massive collection of overdyes, but I've got enough to kind of think, have I got something similar enough over the 3 brands? So, and lastly, the Fat Quarter Shop is having a free stitch along starting 7th of September, and I saw it and went, oh, Christmas, and decided to stitch it. So I've got a piece of 20 count slate grey Ada. That's why I got one. I've pulled a bit of a mixture of stuff. I had 3 of the called for overdyes in my floss collection, in my stash. That's the corner of the called for DMC. I can't find the other one. It'll turn up somewhere. And that is the called for DMC. So I have found a very similar aqua colour of Jodyri threads in my stash. So awesome, and it's white. So looking forward to stitching that. So along with Huckleberry Farm, that'll be 6 starts for September. So crazy. I don't normally do that many starts, but it kind of just happened. That'll take my whip count to 31. It's never been that high. I mean, it's never been 25. So I need to get some finishes this month, over the next 6 weeks or so. Try and get a few things finished. Hopefully get Jingle finished. Flip It's done. You know, I mean, the last Flip It block looks good. It looks like a lot of block stitching, and I like that. Done. Because I stitching in hand, sewing method, lovely jubbly. Nice and quick. Tiny bit of stash. Tiny bit of stash. 90% of it is for finishing. So I picked up this bundle of velvets in Aldi. They're gorgeous. So a lovely sort of bluey, tealy colour, aqua. It is a bit more, it's slightly more green than that's showing up. Dark green, beautiful gold, rust and a plum. So looking for, if it, nothing to lose, for a fiver for all 4. And I've noticed a lot of stitching. Yeah, I picked those up too in England, who are in the UK. So love me some Aldi craft stuff. Always, it's really good. Actually, I really like Aldi craft stuff. It's good quality. So I've had their cross stitch kits. They're fine. Lots of rack quarters, various sewing accessories. Their trims are great. So big fan of Aldi craft section when they have stuff in. Picked up this frame in the charity shop. So obviously this isn't in properly. This was just to see whether it fitted, because I had it in mind. Not sure I'm going to put that one or that one in. I'm thinking the B rather, but I couldn't bother to get it back out. And this was the frame I picked up a couple of weeks ago as well that I meant to show you. I saw it and I was just kind of like, that's funky. I'm assuming at some point it was from the same range, because I've got a green one with this matte finish boots with the spots, which I put a Lizzie Kate in, which is fantastic. I loved it. It was just like the perfect frame for it. And I also found this little cute book of embroidery stitches, and I just love it. It's like price 4p on the front, and I paid 10p for it, and I just kind of saw it there and was like, I'm gonna have that because it's cute and it's old and it's fun. And let's face it, a bullion stitch is a bullion stitch, and couching is couching, and they're all, it's just got just basic stitch diagrams in there of everything, but at the end of the day, they don't, back stitch is back stitch, it doesn't change. There we go. And cross stitch, they don't change. So I just saw it and I thought it's really sweet. And it also, there's a little chart telling you what is the right thread for the project you're doing, and the needle size and everything. And I just saw it and it's a bit battered, it's got some holes in the back, and but I saw it and went 10p. I'm having that because I feel like I need it in my, it'll live in a box, but I think it's fun. So quick update on Black Pear. I've got lots of things I need to sort out admin wise in it, so I've put it on holiday mode, given myself a proper, I thought, put it on holiday mode whilst you have a holiday, and then I can do some making. I've had new charms in, I've got charms coming as well, and let's just enjoy a bit of time with it rather than it feeling a bit chorish, which it has done recently. So reopening September with lots of fun things, including a couple of Halloween things and lots of Christmas stuff. So looking forward to reopening the shop in September. When it opens, there's a discount in the drop down box for my floss tube watchers. So it's not a one-time use, it's a use as many times as you like code. So because I do believe I have to, postage is one of the things I have to amend, because I can no longer offer standard postage to international customers, which is a shame, because it meant I could send you scissor fobs reasonably cheaply, and now it's gonna, unfortunately the postage cost is going to pretty much double and then some, so I will probably end up taking a bit of a hit on the postage, just because I want to be able to say to you guys, I will offer it at cost. I mean, I've always offered it at cost plus the cost of my packaging, and then rounded up to the nearest 10 pence. That's how I do it. I make, in fact, I probably don't make anything on my packaging or anything like that. It is what it is. I don't believe in overcharging for packaging, so you know, it makes me cross when somebody pops something in an envelope and goes, and that's £4.50 please, and the stamp's £1, and it makes me really cross. Because all your time should be factored into the cost of your items, not into the packaging. That's my mini rant about shipping. So anyway, I probably, well, anyway, I will reopen the shop. I'll tell you when it's all reopened, and you can all go and buy lots of lovely things. Wouldn't that be nice? Yeah, so I'm going to leave this floss tube here, and I will see you all in a couple of weeks' time. Stay safe, keep wearing masks, please, people. My eldest had his COVID jab this week. I'm so happy. Youngest isn't eligible, so because she's only 11. But it just feels good to know that he's going to be a little bit protected for college, and if nothing else, it means my mum, who has major health problems, is safe too. Because at the end of the day, if you're not, this isn't just about you, it's about everybody. So there you go. There's my COVID PSA. So wear a mask, get a jab, stay safe. Take care, friends. Look after each other, and I will see you all soon. Happy stitching. Bye bye.